This is our question 3 evaluation, which is, what have you learned from your audience feedback?
We got several feedback sheets which included positive comments, area for improvement, concepts and genre theories.
Our ratings was between 3 and 5. A lot of the feedback was positive, however there was areas for improvement.
And we knew previously that some these would possibly come up because our story and narrative behind our music video is quite complicated because we don't actually feature a male in our video and it is a male artist singing it. So we did get negative, well, I won't say negative, but improvements that we could include the male next time. Positive comments was editing and cutaways and then visuals matching the music and lyrics.
Positive comments.
I think you use a variety of shots that help to support the narrative, and I think the editing is of a good standard. So.
And what do you think we could improve?
I think some of the shots may be a bit too long, so maybe if you cut down some of them, it would help the flow of the music video.
Any concepts that it relates to?
I think it relates to Goodwin's Conventions music video because the chosen narrative is very typical of the specific genre that you've gone for. So I think in terms of that, you've done that well. So.
We also got for area of improvement that we should have included more clips of us as friends, because obviously we was arguing throughout it, but then we made friends towards the end. We asked people from our class if they'd watch our video and give us some feedback, so we was able to improve from what they'd said to us.
Yeah, and to make it we asked for feedback during drafts and stuff so we could improve as we go along instead of having all these improvements to do after we'd finished it. So it kind of helped with not using as much time in post-production. So watching our draft video and our final production, has it improved or not?
Definitely, because having seen the first draft, I thought there were a few areas that you could have improved on, and having seen the music video in full now, I think you've improved on them and created a good music video.
What would you rate it out of 5?
I'd give it 4 out of 5.
Also, for our CD cover, we obviously produced that quite early to try and get feedback, which was really beneficial to us because we completely scrapped the first idea after we thought it was too much along the rock side of music. So without that, we'd have probably carried on with that idea and it wouldn't have looked as effective as our new CD cover.
In terms of genres, it gives audiences an emotional feeling. So Rick Altman is connecting with the audience. And I think that's what our music video did because we were showing a relationship of 2 girls and a boy, but the boy was messing both girls around, but they didn't know, and then they met and then found out the boy was playing him, so then they stuck together, so feminism, and then the boy ended up with nobody.
I think it relates quite well to our target audience as well, because obviously that was around our age group, so it's quite a common situation for them to be in.
Yeah, it's quite a relatable topic, I think, because
yeah.
At this stage in your life you go through breakups and being messed about by boys.
So we're just going to ask you some feedback on our music video. First of all, what would you rate it out of 5?
I would give it a solid 5.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay, can we have an explanation to why?
Because I feel like it works really well with your genre of the video because it's indie and it fits in. And I think the lip syncing's really professional and I love the colour correction.
Can I just say, because we've had a bit of feedback on the fact that it didn't look very indie.
Mm-hmm.
Would you suggest anything that we could have improved to make it more indie or?
Maybe a bit more narrative, because
a lot of people struggled because it was quite a complex narrative, and we wanted to go against some forms of real media products and not including, because George Michael's Freedom video doesn't include the artist, and he's a male artist, so I'd female in, so we kind of wanted to follow that idea.
What areas for improvement would you suggest?
I was gonna say the narrative, like the second part of the narrative, it wasn't confusing, like I understood it, but there were certain bits where I just thought it could have been said clearer, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And would you relate it to any concepts?
Yeah, Goodwin's convention theory, because your music matches your visuals a lot. Like there's a clear relationship between them.
In terms of uses and gratifications theory by Blumler and Katz, I think that conforms to our music video as well, because people can use it for like entertainment, to like laugh about it, as if to say I've been in that situation and stuff like that, or like to escape from maybe their relationship.
And I think it's good how we make friends at the end as well, because it shows that we're like in power rather than the boy.
Yeah, I agree. In our music video we did get some more positive comments on like the editing, so how like I included writing on the screen and then flipping from me and Talia from like natural clips and like split screens and like colour correction and like the colour, because in one part we have drumming and the colour matches the beat of the music like when it comes on the screen, so it looks really good.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5 personally.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Why?
I just think overall it was a really good production, but there are some areas where you could have improved to get a 5 out of 5 in my opinion.
What do you think the areas were?
I think the narrative was a bit unclear. I mean, I could certainly tell that it was some boy troubles and you two characters were involved, but I couldn't really tell exactly what was going on and what the purpose of the narrative was.
We did presume that that would be an issue,
Yeah.
like in people getting it, but it's just because we wanted to be different and didn't want to include a male in it because it was a male artist.
What about you? Would you give the same?
Yeah, I'd give it, I'd say used a variety of different editing techniques which worked well. Like as it matched with the visuals, such as the bonfire in the background, matching with the lyrics. It works well. Also the lip syncing was well throughout.
Yeah, I like the lip sync as well. I thought it was good when you had the split screen, where you had like the same person on. Did it have different colours on
Yeah.
the lip sync as well? Yeah. Yeah, it was quite good. And then also the bonfire in the background, because obviously it links to the actual lyrics. So yeah, it was good.
And was it obvious what genre it was?
Probably because I was familiar with the song. I knew it was an indie genre, but it was kind of, I'd maybe say that video was more of a pop song kind of music video, because it's quite upbeat and colourful, and often there's not a narrative in indie music videos, so that kind of challenges that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Ted said, I am familiar with the song, so it's hard for me to not see that it's not indie. However, I can see that other people not familiar with the indie genre would think that it is pop because of those reasons, like Ted said.
I think that is like with a few videos that obviously we watch, because some of them, if you've not heard a song before, I don't think you would know the genre just from like a music video made by students.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it.
And obviously colour in like indie genre is quite out there and bright, so that's why we wanted to include colours, but also because the title of our song is Bonfire, we wanted to like incorporate red and oranges more, because obviously that's typical colours of fire.
Another point we got on our feedback was that they really liked how the bonfire went alongside some of our footage, so it like laid over the top because it goes with the lyrics of the song.
Andrew Goodwin and a relationship between the music and the visuals. Lyrics and the visuals. Overall, our audience feedback was really positive and we're really happy with it. Apart from this video, we have like answered the question ourselves a bit, which will be with the video itself. So, happy.